I got a really bargain on this. Old Singer table. The Singer machine's just over there actually. It sits up in here. It takes like just two little unscrewed pins and it comes off of here to get it off. And I cleaned this up with a sanding disc, and I tested a little bit of varnish on it. I kind of like that color, but I put strippers and I scraped it a bit again. I'm going to wash it down a bit, but that's kind of color I would like to have everywhere. As you can see, that top is really bad. Now I put strippers on it. I sanded it for a bit here, you can see, with the angle grinder. But then I decided I'd take strippers and take it all off because it's getting, the sand disc in the grinder is getting too dirty. So I decided to take the varnish off with strippers. So I put a whole pile of paint and varnish stripper on here. Let it sit, scraped it, and I'm doing it again. Now, what I am doing is using this band here, like it's from a, you know, for holding pallets together, like pallets of construction supplies and that. And I'm using that to scrape because it seems to take more off, as you can see, than my knife does. And I want it to be rid of most of the varnish so that the disc doesn't clog all the time. So that's what I'm just going to do for a while now. I'll just show you a little bit and then I'll carry on my own. And I hope to shape this into a half circle so I can get in here and clean this out as well. It's got a long ways to go, but I will show you when I get it fairly clean what it's like. I hope it looks like this, but who knows. I don't know whether I'll bother with this or will I just blend this in. It's the back of the machine, so anyways, that's where I'm at. I've used cotton wool on it with a bit of thinners afterwards to kind of try to wash it off. Wasn't very successful. It helped a little. So I've tried different methods, but I'm trying the scraping right now. So you can watch it for a little and then I'll do a whole pile and then show it to you. It's the way the cookie crumbles. Here we go. So, all fun and games. I scraped off the edge here, so I'm just going in now. That's all I'm doing. I'll go around halfway here, make some marks here, so, oops. It's got a bulge in it that I have to get down later. I think I'll go and grind a half round here, so it's a little bit more forgiving on this this bubbly section. Anyways, we're getting there. Yeah, the corner's catching a bit, so I got to get rid of that. That doesn't happen. But, you know, as you can see up in here, we'll do it up in here a sec. It's taking off all this extras. Varnish is left. I'll get this section done anyways. Yeah, hi, I've been at it, well, about 2 hours maybe, scraping away here. Just wanted to show you, there's the sewing machine. It's just been taken out with 2 pins only, 2 screws, and it comes out. I don't know what's missing on that yet, which is going to be a little sad as well. But anyways, love to get it going again. But anyways, you don't really know when you, let's get down this thing down a bit. Doesn't want to go. There we go. Sorry for the wiggles. So that's what I got. I have this side done, this side done, this all done. I still have that side edging to do in this side here. And in here, I've done a little, but I think I'm leaving it. I think it's good enough for an old sewing machine. So I'm just going to leave that. Also, I leave the spots on the side here and see if I can just blend them in. I don't think there's need to be overkill. I don't want to make it too, you know, ultra oak modern or something. I want it to look old. And, you know, with these marks here where the water got at it, we got to glue that down. But where the water marks are, I don't think you can really get rid of that. So it's going to have age anyways. So I'm thinking of going with the dark stain like this here on the side. And that's it. I have a little bit of repairs to do on the sewing machine in this, I suppose. There's a belt for it, which I might get working again. Needs a bit of spray paint down there. And I'm sure the needle will go up and down. The spool is missing though, so that's a pity. I haven't really looked at what else is missing, but we'll get there. Anyways, I'm not too sure why I want to bring this back to life, but it's just something I've always wanted to have one of these Singer stands, because I saw them in France's tables and they were absolutely lovely, you know, with marble tops on. And you know, I could never buy one. It was always too expensive. And then all of a sudden I got this bargain for 20 bucks. I got the whole thing. Couldn't say no. They wanted it out of the shop, so it was a second-hand store shop, and it was in their way. It was too heavy, so I took it. Anyways, I'll have a break and we'll carry this on again later. See how we're doing. Keep renovating, they say, huh? It's gonna be lovely. Yeah, in the repair shop here, I do a lot of odd jobs, various things. Sometimes they don't work, so they don't always work. The problem with doing this repair here, or restoring it, is it's not really worth that much, in the sense of you could make this very polished looking and very clean and perfect, but you spend so much time at it and it's not really worth it when you can actually go out and most likely get one of these fairly cheap as well. So I'm basically going to sand it down. I'm gluing the tops here a bit where there's a bit of broken wood here, and I'm going to sand it a bit more, and I'm just going to stain over it. I'm not going to get carried away because it just doesn't, you know, will never have a real high value. So it's not really worth your time and effort to go too far. So you have to evaluate some of the antiques and vintage stuff that you do. I mean, I've had clocks that you need a new spring, but you know, by the time I take it all apart and take the spring in, it isn't most likely worth doing that. I'm better off looking for a clock that works. So, especially when I'm in the city and I get all these different bargains. So, anyways, what I'm gonna do is clean this up a little bit more, and then just varnish it dark, and I'm going to respray this black, and then I'm going to put more effort into trying to get the sewing machine working. I saw one of these last day with drawers on the side that was in better condition than this, and is actually free. It's a bit of a drive out to Langley or whatever, about 3/4 an hour away, but it was a really good quality table and everything. So, and you can get them for 25, 50 bucks. So I'm just going to clean this up a little and move on. So I'll show you, I have used a angle grinder on this now to make it a bit more clean, and I glued this and I ground this down a bit because it was a bit lumpy here. I glued it down, but there was had a bit of, you know, a bit of a rise in it. I've taken that off it, which makes it good enough at this stage. I don't know whether there was drawers here or not. There are 2 panels here. It looks like there might have been. But anyways, that's what I'm going to leave it at. But I'll show you, you know, a little bit of the sanding, and then a little bit of the staining, the spraying, and then of course the machine repair. You know, if anybody has any suggestions where you can get parts from, I'll most likely go on Marketplace and see if I can find them in other places like that. And I have a buddy that has old vintage stuff. Maybe he has something. Anyways, that's it for this video. So we'll catch you next time on the Singer Treadmill, you know, the #2 episode. Cheers.